limited period Granny Cat's hiding places back, boys. And it's actually the same. It's the same as always, but if you want any recommendations, here are mine. So, any of these units here, they're all trash, except Sage Naruto. Sage Naruto is a must. You need Sage Naruto. I actually forgot to open him up here, but Naruto used to be, if you are a very new player, he used to be the best under 28 cost unit. Let me open him real quick. I actually have one max duped of him. Let me open him. As you can, if you saw the amount of dupes I had purchased there, I was missing 2 there. It was because I actually purchased 2 of them to max dupe my my own Sage Naruto. I had mine missing 2 dupes. I got enough for 2 dupes and just bought it. 100% worth it. He is still competitively like one of the best under 28 units in the game. And again, he's a must. If you don't have him, or if you're missing an X amount of dupes, I would for sure say get him. He's just very good. And there's not much more to say about him. He's just very good, and if you don't have him, you need him. You need him. But if you already have a max duped, or if you have like 2 max duped, I don't feel like you need a second one. Like if you have a max duped, I wouldn't say go for a second one, because nowadays we have so many other good units. Samurai Hashirama, Samurai Sakura, they're all very good. He's not like a necessity anymore. He used to be a necessity big time, but now he isn't anymore. He's just a very good unit, and if you need him, you should get him. But we're gonna be getting a second week. Yes, let me go back here. As you can see, it is ending the 29 at 2:59, but the units are going away in 14 days. Oh, actually it's not a week, it's in 2 weeks. Or maybe we will get it next week. Sometimes, I don't remember if like we were gonna be getting it next week, and then we're gonna be having all at the same time. Probably that's what's gonna happen. But some of the units that you should look forward to when the shop updates are these: Jugo, Yagura, Yugito, Obito, and Utsukara. These are 5, the only 5 I would say, units that are not Blazing Festival or Blazing Bash and can be in the Granny shop that you should be looking forward to. Of course except Naruto. But yeah, I didn't actually talk about the other ones. Kid Kakashi, he's very bad. He's very bad. His normal jutsu and ultimate don't do anything, just damage, and he's not very good. KCM Naruto, it's not that he's terrible, but he's not great either. You can get much better stuff. Jiraiya is not good at all. You can make a case for him being decent, but he's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Susanoo Sasuke is kind of like a maybe, but I would still say no. I would still say go for Sage Naruto, and if you already have him, go for the other ones that I'm listing right now. So Jugo, he's a very good unit, and he has a pretty good chance of coming in, just because in the 2nd anniversary, he was there. You know, he was in the 2nd anniversary, so there's a big chance of him being here again. He heals on the field and body, syncing with body and long range also heal, 250 self-healing on abilities, 30% chance to reset the normal jutsu, which restores 1.5k health. He's a pretty good unit. I wouldn't say he's a must. I would say Sage Naruto is much more of a must than him, but he is a good unit nonetheless. Much better than Susanoo Sasuke or Jiraiya, for instance. And as a body unit, he's much better than Jiraiya. And then we have Yagura, which also has a big chance of coming back. He is he's kind of a mini Final Valley Sasuke, right? He is a body unit made to counter skill. Everything about him is against skill. Reduces skill elemental damage, reduces skill damage, boost damage against skill. And then his normal jutsu, 13 times against skill, or 7 against all elements, which is pretty much ignoring types advantage, almost. And then the ultimate ignores types advantage, and it's AoE. So Yagura, I would say from the, other than Sage Naruto, he is the one I would go for. If I do get more coins, I am going to be going for Yagura and not anyone else. I just think that he's the better one. out of any of the non-Blazing Festival exclusives or non-Blazing Bash exclusives. He is indeed the better one. And then we have Yugito. Not that Yugito is bad, but if you already have everyone else maxed out, go for her. But here's the thing, I like her because she's a skill unit that heals. And her normal jutsu is not bad, like it's a 3.3, but it's an 80% chance of attack reduction, and she has like what, a 50% chance to reset. So you can stack up the attack reduction. It's very, very good. I actually have her with 3 dupes, and it's pretty decent. But again, only if you already have like Sagemo Naruto, Yagura, and Jugo already maxed, and then I'll go for Yugito. And then, after Yugito, if you already have, it's kind of a list, like if you already have this and this and this already maxed. Obito is a pretty decent, he's pretty new, but here's the thing, he doesn't need dupes, right? So if you already have a copy of him, I would not say, oh, go for dupes, get his dupes, because his dupes are very good. But he's a good unit overall. Like without his dupes, he's a very good unit. He doesn't need dupes, which is not the case for the other units, right? Yugito is nothing without the dupes. Yagura is not very good without the dupes. The dupes, it's not that they're bad without the dupes, but the dupes enhance them so much. It's like, Sage 6 Pebs Naruto is a good unit without his dupes, but with his dupes, he's an incredible unit. You know, it's kind of like that. And also Jugo, same thing. The 250 healing, he needs that. He needs that, or else he's a lesser unit than he could potentially be. But Obito is like, okay, he has a higher chance to dodge, but not really, you know, like he's a good unit that just getting one copy of him is already sufficient. And I can see him being in the shop. He's pretty recent. Let me actually get the events timeline here. He is pretty recent. He came out in between Edo Madara. Was it Edo Madara? I don't remember right now. But he came out... Okay, he is in between Itachi and Shisui. Okay, so he's fairly new, released in November, but I can still see him coming, just because I'm in the second anniversary, right? In the second anniversary, where is the second anniversary? It was in August, and Yagura had just released, right? Yeah, Yagura had released in May. I don't know, I think about it, it's kind of far. August, May, okay, so maybe Obito won't be there. Maybe Obito won't be there. But if not Obito, I can't think of any other unit, really. Like, I brought up here Utakata as well. I brought him up to say, don't go for him. He's so bad. He's really bad. He's like, allows you to start with 1 bar of chakra when Phantom Castle battle begins. You get an extra chakra on Phantom Castle. That's so bad. That's really terrible. 30%, it's so bad. So bad. Don't go for him. But I can't think of any other unit. Like, we haven't had... he can be there, Chojuro. It's just because we haven't had much normal banner units. Like, I don't like how they don't release them, you know? I feel like every single Blazing Festival should come with a new normal banner unit, just so we get a better pool, right? Because we have so many fake golds that if we had a new normal banner unit every single Blazing Festival, we would have like a bigger real gold pool than we have, but unfortunately we don't. Jugo is a decent unit, but did he? I think he came in the second anniversary. I remember he did come in the second anniversary as one of the Granny coins unit. He's a decent unit, but I wouldn't say go for him, just because he's one of those units that just does damage. You know, he ignores perfect dodge, but it just does damage. Doesn't do anything on his ultimate or normal jutsu, and that's it. Like, he just does damage. I think when he released, I was very disappointed. Because they were coming out with the under 28 normal banner units, right? Every single normal banner unit now is under 28, and I think it started with the one before. I actually do not recall, but I think it started either with him or the one before, and I was very excited for that. But he's a very bad unit. Yeah, other than them, I can't see any other units. We could get Kankuro and Gaara. If you do have like a lot of weeks, right? If you don't just have 2 weeks, but I would say not go for them. Like, Kankuro is a decent unit, but it's the same case that I did for Obito, where he doesn't need dupes, right? He does have the 80% chance to slip damage on the normal jutsu and then 100 on the ultimate, but he doesn't need dupes. His dupes are like chance resistance, or extending is pretty good. Okay, extending for 3 turns, the slip damage goes for 7 turns or 11 turns, but not needed. You know, it's just an ability that is not needed. And then same thing for Gaara. I do have this Gaara almost max dupe because I can't stop pulling him. I mean, Gaara's pretty bad actually. Yeah, Gaara is very bad. He's very bad, so don't even think about him. So these are the units. Just recapping, Sage 1 Naruto, needed, just go for him. And then if Yagura and Jugo come, they are the priority. Thank you guys for watching, and please fucking subscribe.